We started with 32 drivers and we're down to the Fab Four. Welcome to the championship round, race fans. And to make sure the best driver wins, this will be an 8-lap series. Driving El Viento, the number 4 seed, Brian Dykema. Driving Burlesque from Lone Star DRC, the number 3 seed, Greg Hearn. Mark Taylor, the number 2 seed from Riley's Rally DRC, is driving What For 2. And driving RD10, the number 1 seed, Jonathan Hammer. They'll be chased by these two undercover cops as they try to cross state lines. Good luck, drivers. Let's race. Dykema and Hearn in the front row. Hearn, Dykema, Taylor, Hammer, single file into turn 2. Coming around, now Hearn leading. Dykema sideways into turn 3. Hearn still leading, he'll take it to the finish line, and Dykema slides sideways with the pack all the way across the finish line. That was a pretty tight finish with the pack. Let's see if we can get a close-up of that. And there we go, Taylor just barely beating out Hammer. Scoring is 7 points for first, 5 for second, 4 for third, 3 for last, and a DNF is a 0. Drivers lose a point for every cop that beats them to the finish line. So Hearn jumps out to an early lead with Dykema second, Taylor and Hammer third and fourth, but they lost a point. Dykema and Hammer in the front row. Hammer, Taylor, Dykema into turn 2. Now Hammer pulling away. Taylor and Dykema battling into turn 3. Blue cop in high pursuit of Hammer, but Hammer takes it, followed by Taylor and Dykema. And there's the green cop. And where's Hearn? We lost Hearn back on turn 3. There's Hearn on turn 3. And it's a virtual dead heat with everyone within 2 points of each other. Still a lot of racing to go. Taylor and Hammer in the front row. Taylor, Hammer leading a tight group into turn 2. Now Taylor's pulling away. Hammer's leading the chase back into turn 3. But it's Taylor all alone to the finish line. Then comes Hammer and Hearn. And whoa, right at the finish line. It looks like, oh, Dykema just barely squeezes in for a point. Good on ya. Well, it's early, but Taylor and Hammer starting to separate. 3 and 4 points ahead of Hearn and Dykema. Still a lot of racing to go, though. Hearn and Taylor in the front row. Hearn pulling away early from the pack into turn 2. Out of turn 2, still leading. Here comes Taylor trying to close turn 3, but it looked like Hearn won't be caught. He floors it to the finish, followed by Taylor, Dykema, and Hammer. So at the halfway point, Taylor, Hearn, and Hammer separated by 2 points. Dykema 5 back. Here we go. Dykema and Hearn in the front row. Hearn and Taylor leading into turn 2. Hammer back there sideways. Hearn and Taylor still leading into turn 3. And Taylor's trying to close. He skids and Hearn takes it. And here comes Hammer and Dykema 3 and 4. And now it's Hearn and Taylor opening up a gap. Hammer's 5 back. And Dykema is 9 off the lead. Dykema and Hammer in the front row. Hammer out early. He and Taylor battling into turn 2. Out of turn 2, still locked up, headed into turn 3. Now Taylor starts to pull away. He's headed to the finish line. Oh, Taylor flies out the track. Oh, man, and Hammer takes it with Dykema and Hearn 3 and 4. Oh, what a heartbreak for Taylor. Oh, he's on his roof. What must he be thinking? So Hammer's win puts him 1 behind Hearn. Taylor's now 4 off the lead. That DNF was huge and came at the worst time. Dykema is still struggling. Taylor and Hammer in the front row. Taylor, Hearn, blue cop, single file into turn 2. Taylor leading. He wants it bad. He wants those points back. Blue cop passes Hearn, turn 3, and Taylor floors it to the finish. The blue cop's going to take points from Hearn and Hammer. They finish 2 and 3. And the trio of Hearn, Taylor, and Hammer all within 1 to 2 points of each other. We started with 32 drivers, and the championship comes down to 1 single lap. Hearn and Taylor are 1 and 2, and they'll start in the front row. Let's race. Hearn and Taylor in the front row. Hearn flips on his roof. The pack is pushing him into turn 2, and he flips back on his wheels. Incredible! And he's accelerating into turn 3. Are you kidding me? He's headed to the finish line. Nothing to stop him across and onto the podium. Folks, I am speechless. I am absolutely at a loss for words. Wow. So in spectacular fashion, Hearn wins 4 of the 8 laps to close out this series. Congratulations to Greg Hearn of Lone Star DRC. You are the champion of the Slingshot 360 Police Car Rally Tournament. Race fans, I hope you had fun watching this tournament. Stay close to this channel because I have the Redemption Tournament coming up next. Click like and subscribe so you'll be the first to see it. Check us out on Facebook at Slingshot 360 Diecast Racing. Thank you so much for watching and we'll see you at the races.